Hey everyone, Carl here with Littleroot Laddering this week. This week we are taking over the YouTube channel for a while here as Carter is moving from his previous apartment to his new home. Hopefully he will be back shortly. I would probably be the next couple weeks I'll be here, and you'll probably just see Carter for podcast episodes only. But let's get on to talking about what we're playing today. So, if you were paying any kind of attention to the events going on this weekend, you might have seen that Slowbro top forward at the Milan Special Event. Now, while the team for that hadn't been revealed yet, I believe the owner was looking at sharing the paste soon. I decided to try and reverse engineer it with the knowledge that I knew looking at gameplay data and whatnot to come up with an approximate version, you can say. The one change I did make is I am playing Safety Goggles Ensign over Shuka Ensign. I think Shuka is outdated at this point. You're not really worried about the damage output from ground type attacks into your Incineroar anymore. So I think Safety Goggles is just the better play there. Otherwise, this is pretty much the team that he played. Same items except for Incineroar. Most of the EVs are also probably correct. I tried my best to kind of just make common sense judgments. That being said, we will not be releasing this team as a rental code, at least not until the owner of the team, the creator of the team, publishes theirs, mainly due to the fact that we just don't want to steal their thunder. But anywho, let's talk about this team a little bit. So we have the obvious Yvel-don with Venusaur and Regieleki. These four are very, very strong together. They have a lot of good synergies. Venusaur covers where Yveltal can't cover, which Yveltal covers where Venusaur can't cover. Aleki fills in all those extra weaknesses. Groudon is a great pivot mon into just taking hits, setting up Sun for Venusaur, being an electric immunity for Yveltal, and so on and so forth. To round out the squad, we have Incineroar, one of the best support Pokemon in the game right now. You probably can't get anything better than it. There's a reason that it's like 60% usage or whatever it is in Series 12. And then the cool part of this team is the Slowbro. So if you've been a fan of Yvel-don teams for a while, this slot is usually a Porygon 2 or a Bronzong or some kind of Trick Room Mon. I was very adamant about Bronzong being good on this squad. Joe UX9 kind of innovated and played Porygon 2 a couple times and did really well at those events. Slowbro was something that was kind of on our radar, but I kind of brushed it off as maybe being too cute. I think we were specifically looking at Slowking at the time, and I kind of just like pushed him off because I thought it was just a little too cute for the format right then. Aleki and Thundurus was very, very popular, and it was really hard to justify playing a water type on your Sun team like that. And I think Slowbro is in a real good position now that the format's kind of slowed down and become a little bit bulkier. This thing does a whole lot of just grinding and stalling the game out. It's very reminiscent of like, I don't know if you've seen the showdown sets where you click recycle and iron defense and just stack defenses and PP stall them out. The Slowbro is kind of reminiscent of that. We are playing like an iron defense body press set with slack off, and it's really hard to deal with if you can get it in the right position. But yeah, let's get into some games here and see where we can get to on the ladder. While we're waiting on finding our first opponent here, make sure to do all that fun YouTube stuff for us. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications for when new videos go live. It helps us out a ton. And let's just get into this first game here. It looks like our opponent is Yveltal Zacian with some kind of fun trick room thing with Nihilego. Slowbro is great if we can get rid of the Yveltal and the Rillaboom, but I don't think this is the game for it. So I think my lead here is Aleki, Venu, Groudon, and then Incineroar. Yveltal can stay at home, and Slowbro can stay at home. I think this gives me plenty of options and ways to attack their Zacian and Yveltal combo. The one iffy thing is, like, I can swap this Incineroar for Yveltal, but then I don't have a really great Zacian matchup. Incineroar is what makes the Zacian matchup just great. I could also just put all my eggs in the Slowbro basket for it. I just don't trust myself to do that. Yeah, let's do this. Nothing on their team outspeeds Regieleki except for exactly Fake Out and Grassy Glide. And I don't think they're leading either of those. I think they're leading Indeedee plus whatever. I can't read any of that. Yveltal plus Incineroar. Okay. So what we can do here... This might be a Dynamax Alecki game. We might be just Dynamax, Max Lightning, and then Helping Hand just take out their Yveltal. I don't know, like, I haven't done calcs against a Dynamax Yveltal because I don't know if they're AV or Life Orb. This might OHKO. And this plays around Fake Out. This plays around a Pivot. There was no ground type on their team to take this Max Lightning. So yeah, I feel very confident about this play. Life Orb Alecki is a heck of a drug. I'll tell you that right now. It's very empowering knowing that you can just Dynamax this Pokemon and just blow things up that shouldn't be getting blown up. And if they don't go down, Alecki's going to outspeed the Yveltal after a Max Airstream into Venusaur anyway. I expect like Fake Out into Venusaur and Max Airstream to take it out. So we'll see if we can OHKO this thing or not. Say Helping Hand. No Max Guard. Fake Out into the Alecki slot. That means I get to keep my Venusaur.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And we OHKO'd the Yveltal anyway. Opponent is definitely behind the 8-ball now. This just shows the power of this team. Like, you can have a very dynamic lead with Alecki Venusaur. Especially on this squad, and you could Dynamax Venusaur, you can Pivot Groudon in using Volt Switch or a Hard Switch to get Sun up, or you can do what I just did and Helping Hand Max Lightning take stuff out. I think I'm going to Max Lightning. I can't Sleep Powder anything, so I think just Max Lightning and Helping Hand again, just to put a real hurt on that Zacian. Is the best line here. Because I know Life Orb Alecki normally OHKOs the non-bulky Zacian variants, but I've been seeing more bulky variants here lately, so I'm not sure. Gonna protect, that's fine. Sure. This is Helping Hand Life Orb Terrain boosted, so through Protect this should do a chunk. Yeah, it does. Good chunk. It's going to taunt me, that is fine. Because now you're in range to just go down to this, and now I can just Weather Ball the Incineroar. If the Zacian switches out, then whatever appears to be their potential Dynamax target gets taken. It gets to eat a chunk of this, so. Rillaboom could be the other Pokemon in the back. Or it could be Indeedee, or what was the other one? Indeedee, Rillaboom, Incineroar, Zacian, Yveltal. I don't remember the 6th Pokemon. What was the other Pokemon? What was the Pokemon that was in the back? I think Rillaboom is hiding in the back. I really do. I think that's the last one. Weather Ball, it's not going to do a lot of damage, it's base 50 power. Yeah, like, it's chip. And then your parting shot off of Lecky, sure. Sure thing, opponent. I feel like we just got ahead in this game and our opponent could never, like, get caught up. Oh yeah, it's Nihilego, that's the other one. We have Groudon for that, I think we're fine. What do we have in the back? What did we bring? We brought Incineroar, Groudon. So I think I'm going to Volt Switch off of the Nihilego and Leaf Storm the Nihilego. As long as the Fake Out doesn't go into Lecky, we're fine. It's fine. Lecky did its job either way. So they could miss this Meteor Beam, and this could be very bad for them. Nope, they connected. I'm assuming into Lecky. No, into Venusaur. Well, Venusaur has Sash. So we get another turn. That is really good damage into the potential Dynamax target. With that, knowing that, I think I'm just going to click that. And are we still taunted? We have one more turn to taunt. I think I'm just going to click the Leaf Storm button again. We're going to double into Nihilego and call it a day here. This Thunderbolt's going to do a lot. Not enough, but it's going to be a lot. Oh, they just didn't Dynamax it. Oh yeah, they can't Dynamax. I keep forgetting that. I O-code their Yveltal turn 1. Sure, you got it. You got it, Captain. I forget that I just blew up their Yveltal turn 1. Opponent really just doesn't want to Flare Blitz into this Lecky. I don't understand why. Well, we're going to send Incineroar in. We now have Fake Out pressure. They have to respect it. I'm going to click Fake Out into Nihilego no matter what. And we're going to Volt Switch off of their Incineroar. So this plays around, like, this is to make them respect the Fake Out. Yeah, opponent just scoops it up. That play makes them respect the Fake Out. They have to protect with Nihilego. Incineroar gets chipped away a little bit by the Volt Switch. Groudon gets to come in for pretty much free and all that jazz. Yeah. They had an answer. They had a +2 Nihilego with Grass Knot. If they predicted the read there and just Grass Knotted into the Lecky slot, hoping that I didn't click the Fake Out button, that would have been a good play. Let's get another game in. We have a Xerneas Calyrex Shadow team with a Kartana, a Regieleki, an Incineroar, and an Indeedee female. Normally we see these teams played with, like, normally we see them with, with their own Yvel-don, usually, or Charizard-don. And playing with like Calyrex Shadow means that you're just really going hyper offensive and you're really kind of looking to Dynamax that Kartana or that Regieleki. So I think what we're going to do is lead Incineroar and lead Groudon. Bring Venusaur in the back. And then probably pack some heat with Yveltal. Yveltal does really well as a backup, like as a backline mon to clean up this against the squad. If we can somehow deal with the Xerneas, we're in a very good spot. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. If they obviously lead, like Ndidi Zern, we can do some. We got some tricks up our sleeve to kind of settle against that. But we'll see what happens here. Regieleki and Incineroar. Okay. So we'll see whose Incineroar is faster here, and that will determine my play. Well, my Groudon is faster than both the Incineroars. That's not surprising. Their Incineroar is faster than mine. Okay. So that means this is a very fast Incineroar because I'm a fast Incineroar. Like, I am probably 124 invested. So that means they are very fast. So what this means is they're likely pivoting Aleki out. I kind of just want to Flare Blitz the Aleki slot and go for a Swords Dance. I don't think there's anything that can punish this super duper hard. Yeah, like Fake Out into my Groudon is fine. That's also fine. That's a crit. That's unfortunate. I was like, they're not Life Orb then, because I thought that was just Life Orb damage. But that's unfortunate. If they send in Xerneas, Xerneas takes a chunk here. Cool. So we're going to get to put some real good damage on this Xerneas. And maybe keep it from Dynamaxing, if that's a thing that we have to worry about. Yeah, that's real good damage. I'm going to click... Incineroar doesn't really mean a whole lot here. So I am just going to click the Swords Dance button and Flare Blitz into their Xerneas again. Good D-Gleam here. This is fine though, because we're just gonna get to go to neutral again because they're likely Parting Shot off of our Groudon. Yep. So I'm at neutral. This is completely fine here. We get to bring in our own Aleki. We brought Aleki, right? No, we brought Venusaur. We get to bring in Venusaur. Now that their Incineroar is off the field. There's their Kartana. So yeah, we bring in Venusaur. This feels very free. I think we Weather Ball into the Kartana slot. And we click Precipice Blades. What this does is we get the Dynamax off here. We are Sash on the Venusaur, so I know we're faster than everything, so we're taking out, or at least putting their Kartana to Sash. And then, unless they doubled up into Venusaur, they're not OHKOing it this turn. And if they just clicked Geomancy, that's also fine. Because we just clicked P-Blades, and we should be completely fine in this situation. No Dynamax from the Kartana. It is not Sash, so this is a single target P-Blades from neutral Groudon. They went ahead and Geomancied. That is fine. As long as P-Blades connects here, I am okay with the situation. Like, if P-Blades connects here, I am A-okay. Because I don't think you take a, I don't think you take this well. Especially after seeing how much that Flare Blitz did. Yeah, that's free. We got the Xerneas out of the way. Now it's Ensign and Calyrex Shadow, probably. Oh no, we know it's Alecki in the back. Okay. So now we can just Vine Lash the Alecki slot. And just click P-Blades again. Like, they have to, if they fake out the Groudon, they're going to lose Alecki. They may lose Alecki anyway. I'm assuming the Alecki is Sash. Since we didn't see Life Orb and we saw the Volt Switch, I'm assuming it's Sash on the Alecki. I could be wrong, but that is my assumption I'm making. Fake out into the Groudon slot, sure. No Dynamax yet from them means that they've probably just given up on this game. Yeah. Vine Lash goes off. Electro Web's gonna hit the Alecki, hit the Venusaur. They're likely going to Dynamax their Incineroar then. So there is some merit in pivoting Groudon out to reset the attack drop. And depending on how long Sun's going to last, there could be how many turns is the last turn of Sun? I'm -1 on the Venusaur. I'm expecting them to Dynamax and attack into Venusaur. So we're going to put Yveltal in so we can reset Sun here in a minute. Yep, there's the Dynamax Incineroar. Probably a Max Flare into the Groudon slot, expecting me to protect Venusaur. That's what I would do anyway. Because my protect here is super duper obvious, because I can't OHKO that thing in one shot. So the Max Flare into the Groudon slot makes more sense. Oh, they just wanted the double protect. Okay. That's fine. Sure. They take more chip. I'm gonna pivot Venu out into Groudon. And then I'm gonna click Foul Play into the Incineroar. The other big thing, I forgot about this. I do not have Sucker Punch on my Yveltal. I have Heat Wave because I want to be able to reset Sun against Kyogre teams. And that's just a nitpicky thing that I have that I like. That's the other big difference. They have Sucker Punch, whereas I have Heat Wave. That's actually decent damage. Yep, there's the Max Flare into the Groudon. Groudon's not going to like this. Holy crap, Groudon survived. So, if we can survive this next attack, I'm going to just click Oblivion Wing. If Groudon survives this next attack, that's great, because then we can just click an unfettered P-Blades into this no longer Dynamax Incineroar and probably pick it up. Now that we know that's a berry, Venusaur's Sleep Powder is live as well. Max Darkness into Groudon, we take that all day, every day. Special Defense drop doesn't matter here because they're likely just Flare Blitz, Darkest Lariat, or Throat Chop, and Fake Out. And they're back under half. Yeah, I feel very confident about this position now. Them not Dynamaxing Regieleki, I think, was the mistake here. I think if they had Dynamaxed that slot instead of this one, they'd be in a better spot. Because I don't think Vine Lash would have OHKO'd a Dynamax Alecki. GG's. Good game, opponent. Not bad for our first run. We got really lucky catching the Xerneas in its Geomancy turn with the Precipice Blades. That was a very lucky thing. But yeah, good game, good match, good showing. Didn't get to show off Slowbro yet, but we'll get there. All right, up against the Double Genie Rain team. This team looks amazing. It's done really well in some tournaments. I don't think it's won an event yet, but it had a lot of top cut placements. And it can be difficult to navigate if we're not careful. Again, this is a situation where if we can get rid of the Regieleki and the Rillaboom, Slowbro could take over a game easily. The downside is they have a lot of things that deal with the things that we have to deal with Eleki and Rillaboom. So I think our lead is Incineroar and Venusaur. And then Groudon. And I honestly think it's Yveltal. It could be Slowbro. If I brought Yveltal, I'd have a way to deal with the Rillaboom. And so that way Slowbro could thrive, but I don't think I can bring I don't think I can bring the Slowbro and not bring the Yveltal. Yeah, we'll go with this. This is gonna be a tough one, I feel like. It's hard to just when they have the double flying and then the electric and grass type, it's hard to it's hard to bring that Slowbro in. And not bring a lot of your other parts that you really want with it. Double Genie lead, Lando Tornadus. Okay. I mean, this is fine. I wonder if they are Lumberry on their Landorus. We'll find out here in a second, probably, right? We'll find out if they're White Herb or if they're Lum. They are likely Lum. So what we could do here is click the Burning Jealousy button and pivot Venu out into probably Groudon. I don't hate that play. I could just bring in the Yveltal. I don't hate just bringing in Groudon here. We're going to try and get a burn on their Lando after they max Airstream into my Venusaur slot. Because let's be honest, we all know how this is going to go. They want to take out the Venusaur as fast as possible. There's the Dynamax, likely either if it's the Tornadus, this is great. If it's the Landorus, it's also great. Deal. 100% deal. If this Burning Jealousy gets to do its thing, Chef's Kiss, amazing for us, right? That is it's like it's a -1 burnt Lando. Max Airstream into my Groudon. That almost feels like Life Orb. That's also crit. Unfortunate. But we get the double burn. They are Life Orb. We're going to get the double burn here, which is great. Utilizing that Burning Jealousy to great effect here. Now I think I'm just going to click Parting Shot off the Landorus. And I kind of just want to click Rock Tomb into Tornadus. Because I don't think the Landorus is going to take us out. Icy Wind, that's going to hurt. Yep. Speed drops, not the biggest deal. Their Tailwind end at +1. Rockfall is this into Ensign, most likely. We take that all day, every day. Let's go, boys. If we can pick up the Tornadus here, I feel very confident on our game plan. Heck yeah, get out of here. And now they're going to be -2 and burnt on their Landorus. We're sending Yveltal out in this situation because the Sash on Venusaur is much more important. Plus, we can always Dynamax Yveltal if we want to in this situation. If they show us Zacian, obviously pivot Yveltal out back into Incineroar. Yep. Click the protect button on the Groudon. This is a free pivot. And click protect. Not giving up any freebies here. No free knockouts in this dojo. They've got to earn them. That is Max Quake into the Groudon slot. We take this all day, every day. Let's go. And then probably I would assume a Behemoth Blade or something into the Incineroar slot. Yep. Which is fine. We'll take that all day, every day too. I think that now we have Fake Out pressure. They have one turn of Tailwind left. I think we have Fake Out pressure here. We can Fake Out the Landorus, pivot Groudon back into Yveltal. This way we can reset the sun when they take out our Incineroar or Yveltal, either one. And we'll have Venusaur to kind of rule a roost here. Sacred Sword into Incineroar, takes out my boy, that's fine. Their Tailwind is done. Venusaur can come out here. We don't mess around here. We pivot Yveltal out into Groudon, max Flare into the Zacian slot. Like we don't joke around in this situation here. We just take out the Zacian. The Zacian is the threat. That Landorus is -3, burnt, whatever. It's not doing any actual damage to us anymore. If Zacian protects, this is okay, because we're still going to outspeed it next turn, and they're just giving us free damage on their Zacian. Landorus, the best Landorus can do is like click fly. They're not really getting into a position where they can take care of it. And the minute we get rid of this Zacian, Yveltal gets to just run rampant, right? No protect at all. Okay, goodbye Zacian. Oh no, not goodbye Zacian. You're a very bulky boy. Landorus flies up high. That's fine. Sacred Sword into my Groudon. That's also fine. Landorus takes Burn Chip. In comes Yveltal. Since our Sash never got broken, this feels super free to just max Flare the Zacian again. Actually, Max Vine Lash probably does more. And I'm gonna click the Heat Wave button? No. Hold on. This plays around them not protecting, and this will pick up the Landorus when it comes back down. Yeah, like I don't think Vine Lash takes it out I don't think Vine Lash takes it out. If it does protect. If it doesn't protect, I don't think Vine Lash takes it out. Oh my goodness, that did nothing. The Landorus did more to itself in Life Orb Chip than it did to us in damage. Healing up. It goes down to burn this turn. We're back to full health on Yvel-don. If they show me Kyogre, we just get to click Snarl and Vine Lash. That's great. Because I don't think there's anything... Yeah, I don't think there's anything that Kyogre can do in this situation. Like, Kyogre can't pick up the double knockout at -1, right? We Vine Lash, and we Snarl. I know I am faster than anything but Scarf Kyogre. Push protects, that's fine. Pushes the protect button. That's a-okay here. Actually, I think them clicking protect is worse for them because now I just get free damage. And now Water Spout is less damage, and now they have to hit Origin Pulses, which is much riskier. They are the Lefties set. I wonder if this is like the Calm Mind leftover set. That'd be cool. So now I think I click Leaf Storm and Snarl. Snarl connects. It's very good chip. Puts him at half, puts him at -1. Water Spout is no longer a... Oh, we're just naturally faster than the Kyogre. Okay. With the Snarl drop, that's actually like perfect. We unfortunately missed the Leaf Storm. I think if we connect the Leaf Storm there, they go down to the Vine Lash chip. But we have this pretty much in the bag here. They can't knock out both of us. GG's, got him. Down goes Kyogre. Not a bad little match though. That was very back and forth and kind of scary for a minute there, but we navigated their Dynamax really well, being able to burn the Landorus and the Thundurus, and then being able to take the hits even after that very nasty crit. Calyrex, Shadow, and Zacian with the very hyper-offensive squad of Regieleki, Whimsicott, Rillaboom, and what I can assume to be Dark Urshifu. So Regieleki seems really good here. Slowbro is kind of scary because they have 5 Pokemon that can deal with it. So I think Incineroar is coming this game. I think the lead is Venu Incin with Yveltal and probably Groudon. Regieleki doesn't do a whole lot this game. There's like no real like advantage we get with Dynamaxing Eleki or just bringing it at all. Our Dynamax targets are usually going to be Venus or Groudon against this team. Slowbro, again, there's 5 things that it just doesn't really do that well against. So I think this is the squad. Yep, we're going with that. We've got Fake Out Pressure on the lead. We have Sleep Pressure on the lead as well. There's a lot of just weird pressures here that we can kind of push to our advantage if our opponent tries to overextend. What's their lead here? Regieleki, Calyrex. So they can Dynamax Regieleki to Max Lightning to stop the Sleep Powder that would go into the Calyrex. which that plays around Fake Out. If I pivot in to Groudon off the Incineroar, we can put things to sleep. We can try to put the Regieleki to sleep and then put the Calyrex Shadow to sleep next turn. Maybe. Do I like that plan? I don't know. I could also just like Leaf Storm. I mean, not Leaf Storm, on G-Max Spine Lash, but I think we're going to risk it for the biscuit here. This is the lottery game we're playing here. We're going to pivot Incineroar into Groudon and Sleep Powder the Regieleki slot. If this connects, we're in a real good spot. If this doesn't connect, we're probably going to lose this game, because that's just how this team works. Dynamaxing, I'm assuming that's Regieleki, because technically you catch it in a cave, so the Dusk Ball works, gets a bonus. Yep. If this connects, we're great. If it doesn't, we're probably losing Venusaur this turn. Sleep Powder gets dodged. We lose the game most likely, because we're going down to Sash. Oh no, we're not. Not even close to Sash. Not even close to Sash. Regieleki is Life Orb. Expanding Force, yep. Takes out the Venu. Unfortunate for us. Live and die by the Sleep Powders, man. That's kind of the luck we gotta play. So, I think we bring Incineroar back out. This might be a physical Aleki with how little damage that did and Life Orb. There's a good chance that it's physical Aleki. I want a Parting Shot off of that, and I want to Max Quake the Aleki slot. If I can take care of this Regieleki, because the Regieleki's not hitting the Groudon anytime soon. It's the Calyrex Shadow that's going to be hitting the Groudon. And so if I can get Yveltal in front of it, Yveltal can probably take it out once the Aleki is gone. They probably have Rillaboom hiding in the back, which is fine. They are physical Aleki, okay. So I think we're going to take this decently well. We're probably going to be at like 30% or less. Oh, we're much better off than I thought we'd be. And so Aleki goes down, and then Parting Shot's going to go off. We're going to get Yveltal in. This is a situation where having the Heat Wave on Yveltal isn't that great. This is a situation where Sucker Punch would have been better. But we are fine. If they bring out Zacian here, we could do some unique pivoting around. Send Incineroar out in the Yveltal slot, Max Guard the Groudon this turn. If they have like Rillaboom, I think we pivot the Groudon out into Incineroar and click the Snarl button, because they're going to be looking to pick up the Oko with the Calyrex, with the Grassy Glide. And so I think the Snarl's the play here. Heck, I could just Max Guard this turn. I like that play. We'll just click Snarl and Max Guard. Yep, there's the Grassy Glide into the Groudon. Astral Barrage going only into Yveltal, who's got AV. This is a resisted hit. We take that like a champ. Holy crap, that did nothing. We're not out of the woods yet. Calyrex goes to Sash. I think the play now is to pivot Groudon out into Ensign and click Heat Wave. This might be the one situation where Heat Wave actually is a beneficial one, because I need to deal damage to the Calyrex and the Rillaboom at the same time. And we're saving Groudon for later. If Incineroar goes down here, Incineroar goes down, unfortunately. This is a -1 Calyrex Shadow and a -1 Rillaboom. So we'll see what happens here. But if we can pick up a KO or two here, this is going to be really good. That looked good for us. Pollen Puff into Yveltal. Heat Wave connects on both. And we're in a really good spot. That's even better. Holy crap, this game ain't over yet. If it's Zacian in the last slot, this is fine, because we pivot Yveltal out into Groudon and probably Parting Shot. No, we definitely Parting Shot. I think I click the Heat Wave button and hope that they are going to protect and pivot Incineroar out into Groudon. I click the Heat Wave button hoping they protect. Pivot Groudon back in. We get to eat our berry on switching, which is cool. I forgot about that. I forgot the berry was still there. Behemoth Blade into my Yveltal. This is fine. It's going to take it out. High horsepower from Rillaboom is going to do nothing. Minuscule amounts of damage. Sun is gone. Incineroar gets to come back out here. We have Fake Out pressure with Incineroar. The fact that nobody protected means they didn't fear the Fake Out. They have to fear it this time, right? I don't think their Zacian Oko's the, I don't think their Zacian can Oko the Groudon. So we click Fake Out into Rillaboom. And we click Precipice Blades this turn. This stops a potential Grassy Glide. Sacred Sword into my Ensign is fine. 100% A-OK. Crit's unfortunate. I think we were going down either way. 77 wasn't a lot of HP. Dodged by the Rillaboom, but that's not the target we care about. They have a turn of grassy terrain left. Or is this the last turn? Is this last turn or is it next turn? I can't remember. This is the last turn. So now we click Protect. We saw that my Groudon was faster than the Rillaboom via terrain recovery, which is really, really good. So it should go Zacian, myself, and then Rillaboom. Yep. Rillaboom is in P-Blade range. Obviously, Zacian's in P-Blade range. Zacian is intimidated, so I don't think I go down. As long as these connect, we're fine. If this connects, we win the game, as long as we don't get crit again. For whatever umpteenth time this video. We didn't get crit. Step 1, didn't get crit. Step 2, P-Blades connects on both. And we win the game. GG. Goodness. Like, eventually we get there, but gosh, this took forever. This felt like a slog of a game. Good game. Great game. So, thoughts on this team. While we didn't get to do a lot of Slowbro things, we did get to show off the power of Yvel-don and why it's such a good 4-mon core with the Regieleki Venusaur and so on. Incineroar is just Incineroar. Again, I think you could play any Incineroar in the slot and be fine. They were playing Shuka in the original team. I like safety goggles. I like this faster Incineroar that I have a little bit more too. So it's just personal preference. We managed to hit a lot of our like low accuracy moves, even though it looked like we weren't hitting a whole lot. We missed one sleep powder, I think, the entire set. On camera, at least. I think I missed a couple off camera, but that's just getting all the bad luck out of the way, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there's definitely something to this team. I think it's very, very strong, and there's just there's something about it that I just really, really like. Again, we will not be making this a rental. I will have the paste if you want to play it on Showdown down below, my version. But we will not be making this into a rental until the creator at least releases theirs. Once that goes up, we'll probably update it and make a rental and post on Twitter or something. Speaking of Twitter, make sure to go check us out on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube, wherever you can find us at LR Lessons, myself at Musical VGC. I'm going to be probably the person you see most of the time going forward for at least a couple weeks. If you got any suggestions for team ideas, things you want to see on Laddering, leave them down below. And I think that's all we got. I will see you all on Friday for the deep dive, and have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.